I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good day, Devani. Alderson, how are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm excellent. It's a great pleasure to connect with you, Devani.
Definitely, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, sure. What part of the world are you in right now?
I am from North Carolina.
Oh, sweet. I was in North Carolina recently. Good
Awesome.
food. Yeah.
Yes,
It's the barbecue zone, isn't it?
it sure is.
Oh, there we go. So which of your talents is responsible for us connecting?
Yeah, so I'm the co-creator of the I Create Daily brand and podcast, and I think you interviewed Leora Alderson last week, and she's
Right.
my mom, and we do this together.
Yeah. Oh, you're Devani. Oh, now I
Yes, sir.
connected the dots. Wow. Your mother had me in a tailspin with how good she is. Wow. It's like,
Awesome.
yeah, like she set the bar high.
She sure did.
Yeah, so, all right. So tell us about the podcast for those that are listening.
Yeah, so the podcast is a movement for creators serious about their art, and we interview epic content creators, artists, and especially artists that are focused on building businesses and monetizing off their passion projects. So photographers, writers, authors, all that type of stuff. And
stuff.
we also run a community of creators working to build that on their own as well.
That's amazing. There's a guy that I should connect you with. His name is Ryan Dean. Remind me to connect you with him, please, in terms of the
Awesome.
community, side of what you do. So, okay, so you've been doing this for quite a bit, right?
Yes.
Does it excite you?
Absolutely, definitely.
So, who did you learn the skill of doing everything you're doing, which is you're a young entrepreneur?
Yes. So I've always been a naturally curious person interested in people, but I was also brought up in a family with older baby boomer parents. And so we were definitely taught the art of conversation. That was a big part of growing up. And so it's fun to be able to use that skill and develop that skill further on this podcast. It's been a huge learning experience, and I look forward to keep learning about all of that.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. So, you're doing this. Mommy and daddy have definitely passed on a lot to you, right? And the conversation, it seems, is a dying art form, if you would. But you're bringing it to life. So why will you continue?
Well, I just love listening to interesting stories and just elevating other people who are doing amazing things while also enjoying having a fun time myself, and just helping everybody helps you, right? So it's really fun.
Yeah, helping everybody helps you. But tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
I would say constantly being willing to learn and grow. And I've definitely not arrived at any final destination. And I don't think you ever do in life until you're ready to pass on. But just always being open to opportunities to grow and develop and learn. It keeps you sharp.
How does that make you feel?
On purpose.
Oh, really? And how does that make you feel?
Like I'm contributing positively toward my own elevation as well as everybody else around me, and just leveling up the playing field.
All
and the
right.
team.
All right. What emoji would you use to describe how you feel?
Oh, my favorite emoji is the tearful cry laugh, because it's so joyful, and it's like the best emotion for like being joyful, but I like all the happy emojis.
Oh, sweet. Suggest to someone that's listening why they should even do what you've done by being purposeful with the life you live.
Being purposeful gives you, well, it's the point of life, being purposeful gives you something to wake up to, something to look forward to, and a way to contribute and feel, and also gain the significance that you're looking for.
What's the meaning of Devani?
The meaning of my name, it means celestial.
Okay.
A divine. So definitely a name to live up to.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, well, amazing audience. We are live with Devani again. Listen, she is the daughter of Leora Alderson. You could definitely connect the two podcast conversations. She was 1479, episode 1479, and they are the podcasters of I Create. Amazing stuff going on there. Amazing conversations. Now, Devani, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful warm blue Caribbean water. Devani, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, yeah. It's funny. My earliest childhood memory, well, I was adopted from India, and I have this very clear vision, and I don't remember how old I was. I think I was probably around 2, but it was during Holi, which is a festival of colors, and I was playing outside, and my dad, the guy who adopted me, my current dad, not my biological dad, he was sitting out there, and I had thrown colored chalk at him,
Right.
trying to aim for his face, but I got it all over his white outfit he was wearing. And for some reason, that's just a funny memory. That's the earliest, and I've always remembered it, and it always randomly pops up in my mind.
That's intriguing. So in Trinidad, we have that, and we call it pagua.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So, all right. So, how old do you think you were?
I think I was like 2.
Wow. So why do
Maybe 3.
you think this memory is so clear?
It's a very happy memory. I think a lot of kids probably who are in adoption or foster situations, they remember very certain emotions, and that was a very certainly happy and grounding emotion.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why it sticks.
What color was the dye or the powder?
I don't remember
Okay.
exactly, but in my memory, it's probably like a mix of colors.
Okay. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Go for it.
I love the fact that you are bringing color to what may seem plain.
Thank you so much. I love that. That really resonates.
You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
I don't know exactly when I was 12, but I love anything by the Beatles. So, and right now I currently love the Blackbird song by the Beatles, and so that's always a safe bet. I love classic rock in general.
All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Devani?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Devani, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Not yet. I don't feel I'm ready for that quite yet, but down the road is definitely something I want to do.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
Nope.
Do you believe in God?
I'm spiritual, not religious, so I'm definitely a believer in greater forces at work.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I sure do.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Definitely not.
How about 3 hours a week?
On weekends.
And what about screen time? The phone and or the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8
Absolutely. Well, totally more than 8.
hours? Yeah. You will not believe how many times I do not get to the end of that question. It's like, no! It's, the sound effects, it's just fascinating.
Well, when you're building a movement, it takes a while. It takes a lot of upfront work, so.
It does. I spoke to one guy today and he spoke of local SEO. Just doing the groundwork, the neighborhood work. It's intriguing as well, the value that does bring. But screen time. Yeah. So there's this other guy that told me this thing, right? He said, what about windscreen time?
Yeah.
It's like, wow. So do you drive?
No, I don't.
All right. So your windscreen time is 0, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but a lot of people who do like a tremendous amount of time on the windscreen, right? So it's like, I never thought about that. Good one.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with this workbook. The name of it is called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. And the idea is you answer questions in there similar to these that hopefully connect you or bring the dots together, right? For you to understand your own unique real statement, which is like your mission, right? I'm intrigued to know, Devani, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Devani Alderson, what would you say that is?
Currently, it would be promote what you love, because I'm all about promoting concepts and ideas and people and movements that I love. Right now it's through I Create Daily. So yeah, just promoting what you love. The world needs to be uplifted and inspired. So that would be mine.
Love it. Devani, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Always be open to learning and growth, because it will bring a lot of opportunities to you, and it's brought a lot of opportunities to me, and people love curious minds that are willing to do all that work.
Love it, Devani. Oh, listen again. Great pleasure, my friend. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.